Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Till such time we want something, we have not stepped on the spiritual path. We are samsari. Now, what are the things that we want? First, the material things. Second, the personal achievements. Third, the relational issues. These put together is called samsara. So, we are making these things as the goal of our life, and we cannot fulfill it. So we go to God and request Him. I know I am not qualified, I am not capable, but I want it. You please give me. So all the persons who are devoted, not devoted, those who are doing upasana. Devotion is different than upasana. Upasana is an act. Devotion is an experience. Normally, we imagine we are devoted. We are not. We are upasaka. Upasana, upasaka means, upa means near. Asana, going in closer to the goal. So we do the upasana. And by that upasana, are we going closer to the God or not? See, you will see in Karma Kanda and Upasana, there is lot of agitations, disturbances. See, on small little issues, there is cut going on. See, therefore, this distinction should be brought out to our cognition. Upasana is kriya, karma, and devotion or bhakti is experience. Now we have to find out. We have been doing upasana for so many years. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam, Vrata Paripalanam, Ekadashi Sankashti Chaturthi, Kurute Ganga Sagar, Vrata Paripalanam, Athava Danam. Those who are professional satsangi, why I remain happy all the time? Because you observe this world, full of jokes. See? So if you go to the north, and those who are professional satsangi, particularly ladies, they will come and give some, before Bhagwan, they want to leave something, food or money. So they will take out 5 rupees note and put it there, and from that they will take out the 4 rupees. I want to give only 1 rupee. Now who is going to count? Devotion, dharam. So when you see that, isn't it a great joy? We are cheating, deceiving ourselves. This is in action. This is what we imagine spirituality. Then the second is, we are told, chant the Lord's name. See? And we are doing japa. Ram 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 Ram. And that which does not create effortlessness, it is action. And when any action is repeatedly done, your mind is not required to be involved. Spiritual practice is working on the mind. See how important it is. Like, Ram Raksha Stotra, for example. I know it by heart. So when you are all chanting, that time I am busy with my camera and my these things. I don't require to remember. It comes mechanically. See? Same thing happens with japa. You take the mala in the hand. I also do the same thing. To whom are we cheating? See? So meditation is living in awareness, not concentrating on anything. Concentration is on others. You are listening to me, that is concentration. After I say something and keep quiet, this is awareness. In concentration, our faculties are involved. You are hearing with concentration, seeing with concentration. But when there is silence, silence is experience. It is not heard. But then we are told, do the japa, Lord's name. In all the religious paths, they give a mala in the hand of the disciple. Ram 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 To whom are we cheating? See? Is it a punishment? See? We chant. But where is the impact of that chanting? Like by reading the menu, our hunger is not satiated. Similarly, mechanical involvement under the disguise of spirituality or upasana, we are cheating ourselves. See? Therefore, we have to remain aware as to whatever you are doing. For example, japa. Now, what should be the impact of the japa? With this understanding, if we are doing the japa sadhana as meditation. Many times it happens, japa sadhana as a punishment. See? Suppose you have done something wrong and then, oh God, I have done so. Okay, I will do 1000 japa of Ram Nam. No. So like the food's intake has impact on our hunger is satiated, in the same manner, when we are chanting the Lord's name, where the impact should be seen? Should it be seen on our mala? Swamiji, I have done so many malas, This is my 21st mala. Why? Earlier you lost? No. Then, because of constant doing it, they became worn out and all the beads disappeared. Only the thread remained. So many times I have been doing japa, japa, japa. Wow. Not only that, then my this finger also has become small because of. See, Maharaj, this is not japa, this is the cartoon of japa. So, we are chanting the japa by the speech. Now we must know what is the speech. So there are 4 speeches. The one with which I am talking to you is called Vaikhari Vani. And by this Vaikhari Vani, what happens? We are in the waking state, that time we use Vaikhari Vani. Vaikhari Vani means where the word and the object indicated by the word, they are different. This is a Rudraksha Mala. This is an object. But I say, hey, bring me that Rudraksha Mala. So Rudraksha Mala is the word. So that experience where the word and the object are different from each other, that is called a Vaikhari Vani, and that experience is called a waking experience. So when we are chanting the Lord's name, that time, instead of talking about the worldly things all the time, keep chanting. This technique I use when I travel. Because many times people, when they say, Babaji, hey, chalo, let's talk something. And same thing, Swamiji, where are you from? Where were you born? Why were you born? Why don't you die? There is no end. So what can be done? Then I take out, like a terrorist takes out the gun, I take out the mala and tell, my guru told me, beta, whenever you travel, you should chant the Lord's name. So I have to obey my guru's order. I cannot talk. I'm sorry. Whether you chant or not doesn't matter. You are protected, is it not? All unwanted things. So what is meditation? Before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? See. And for that, this japa sadhana is done. So by this what happens? When we take any theme, impact of that theme happens on our mind. Suppose you are talking about terrorists, killing. That impact will be on our mind. Instead of that, if you chant the Lord's name, to that extent the impact will be different. So here from we start, like when we fix our GPS, there are 2 points where we are, point of origin and the destination. The japa is the GPS. Japa, GPS. Yes. So where are we? We are in the worldly things and beings. So we have to start from there. So, nothing to talk about anything or anybody in this world. Journey started. Then, we have to purify and sanctify our speech, Vaikhari Vani, because it has been polluted, contaminated, dirtied, so many years of life talking unwanted gossip. So for that, we chant the Lord's name. And then the question comes, how do we chant? Remember, what is said in Kundalini Marga, if it is properly understood, there will be no difficulty, but it is wrongly understood. See, consciousness expresses as Chetana, principle of life. Chetana expresses as three channels. See, Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. Ichha Shakti is the prompting aspect. I had to go for the satsang, but it is difficult. Nobody had to go. So Ichha Shakti will help us to get out of the laziness in life. Then Jnana Shakti. Now this Jnana Shakti, it must be reflected in our action. If our knowledge is not reflected in our actions, we lose self-confidence, Atma Vishwas. Self-confidence is we respect our knowledge in our life. See? And the third, our actions are in tune with the knowledge. These three factors put together. And for that, we are told to take the mala in the hand. See? Now when we are chanting the Lord's name, we take the mala in the hand. In this Anamika finger, the mala is hanging. It is supported by the thumb so it doesn't fall down. This finger, Tarjani, is an outcast finger. This is not a holy finger. This is never used for puja. When you offer chandan to the Lord, you use this finger. So, this is the holy finger. That's why when you guys get married, you put the here. But instead of that remaining holy, it becomes hold. So, now this finger is separate. Now with this finger, this middle finger, we pull the bead towards ourselves and chant the Lord's name. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Now what is happening? Speech, Lord's name is taken. Then action, the bead is moving in synchronization with the chanting of the Lord's name. And we are listening to our own chanting. Three things. Chanting is heard by us, that is Jnanendriya, organ of hearing. We are moving the beads by our body, the physical body is involved. And we are chanting, then it is the Karmendriya that is involved. So these three factors are brought together. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. We don't have to give an account to anybody in this world. More than how many times you chant. What is important is how many moments you are undisturbed. So, like the food, its impact is seen on the satiation of our hunger, exactly the impact of japa sadhana is seen on our mind. See? But instead of that, Swamiji, whatever, whenever I am doing japa, all kinds of dirty thoughts come. What is the reason? Because I'm japa, don't do japa. No, but my guru told me to do the japa, then do the japa. But dirty thoughts come, then don't do japa. Now you decide. See, friends, nobody can help us on the spiritual path. We have to respect our knowledge in our life. See, therefore, never do anything mechanically in life. But you see, in the karma and upasana, it's only mechanically. And this mechanical thing is very entertaining, but it has hardly had any impact on recognition of the purpose of our life. See? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunancha. These four factors are common for human beings and animals. See? Dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesha. Now what is the dharma? So dharma is initially our duties, our upasana. Upasana is also a duty. See? Then we have duty towards the society. We have duty towards our relations. We have duty towards our God, creator. And we also have duty towards ourselves. What is the duty towards ourselves? Recognize your divine nature. See? And depending upon the value, weightage we give, to that extent we get involved in that. See? All of us are living life. But the weightage that we give, according to that our life continues. When we give weightage too much to the money, then we have no other theme in our head except money. When we give too much weightage in indulgence, then only bhoga becomes the criteria. See, when the torture becomes the importance, see, and in the torture we torture ourselves, tapasya. See, and if we give importance to wisdom and you are at peace with yourself under all conditions. See, and then if we are at peace with ourselves, what does it mean? We are happy. What is the meaning of happy? We have no questions. Now find out. Do we have any question about our being? Whether I am or I am not? No question. Now what is there to do, to be? So we do the japa sadhana not knowing. It becomes mechanical. See? Therefore, more than how many times we chant Lord's name, we have to find out how many moments we are completely weaned away from the world. See? So the first gross level, they give the mala to the disciples and beta, they are busy. And then they keep the account. On the calendars, in addition to the printed dates, there is something written with pencil. No, sequence or anything, random. 22, 3, 5, 11, 0. What? I didn't know this. So I asked somebody's house I was. I said, in this calendar, there are some, digits, figures. There is nothing established there. Calendar 1, 2, 3, 4, there's a sequence is established. Or the tithi is established. What is this number? Swamiji, my wife does japa and she writes that day how many malas she has done that day. So when he was telling like that, then naturally the wife was feeling bad. I said, look here, she is intelligent than you. She has commitment in her life. If you leave it, that if I get time, I will chant. You will never get time. First of all, you have to discipline. And discipline is not done by love, it is done by discipline. Karna hai mane karna hai. And once you are disciplined, then efforts are gone. So chanting the Lord's name is coming to a state of effortlessness. Now, next step. When we are using our Vaikhari Vani to talk to others, what is the theme normally? The theme is the worldly things. And because of that, our Vaikhari Vani is polluted, dirty, and it goes in the past. See? So, this Vaikhari Vani has to be purified, sanctified, and mature. When the fruit matures on the tree, it is detached without efforts. In the same manner, when by this japa sadhana, when our Vaikhari Vani is purified, then it becomes silent. Therefore, the first japa is never done in the mind. By Vaikhari Vani, sit in your place and chant it. Loudly doesn't mean with a speaker. Chant. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And you chant and you listen. Again you come together. Chanting is Karmendriya, listening is Jnanendriya. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Now, for 2-3 times, we all do together and remember this principle. You are chanting and you are listening your own chanting. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Stop. Now when you are thus chanting and listening, was your mind going here and there? We only complain. We are expert complain, mobile complaint boxes. Learn from your own experience. Unless the Vaikhari Vani is purified, good words will not come out. Unless the Vaikhari Vani is purified, our words will not carry the meaning what we say. This is our experience. When somebody tells us something, we immediately accept it. But when somebody tells, what is the reason? Our words do not carry the meaning. You know this common story of Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. One mother took her son with a complaint. Thakur, this boy is eating too much of sweets. I tell him not to eat, but he doesn't stop. You tell, he will listen. So that great master said, okay, come next Sunday. And he made her come 4-5 times. And then he told her, Beta, don't eat sweets, it's not good for your teeth. You will become old in the young age. Okay, don't eat. So he said, okay, he will not eat. So he went out. Now the mother, see, if this you have to tell, why did you make me come 4, 5, 6 times? See? So what the teacher said, before I tell the child, don't eat sweets, I must abstain myself from the sweets. Then the words carry meaning. See? Our words are hollow. They don't carry meaning. Like we Babajis, we tell, see, begin your day early in the morning. Early to bed and early to rise. And I keep sleeping up to 10 o'clock. Will that word carry meaning? See, friends, we have to learn to respect our knowledge in our action. What a difference it makes in life. By that, our Vaikhari Vani becomes purified and mature. Then what happens? Then this mala drops. You don't have to struggle. It drops. Now you do the same chanting of the Lord's name in your mind. It is called Madhyama Vani, wherein it is not heard by others. Vaikhari Vani is Parashruti Gochar. Others can hear. Madhyama Vani, others cannot hear. We are chanting in our own mind. There also, chant in your mind and listen. Do it for 1 minute. Now, learn. First, chanting with Madhyama Vani purifies our mind to a great extent. The thinking process is purified. Our thinking process is what is the theme of the thought that determines the quality of the thought. If the theme of the thought is indulgence, the thoughts cannot be divine. If the theme of the thought is anger, the thoughts cannot be divine. And when we are chanting in our own mind and we are listening, now here we will discover, if we discover two things. Both chanting is done by the mind and hearing is also done by the mind. There are two minds. See, what I am thinking you cannot know. I know what I am thinking. So, chanting is done by the mind, hearing is done by the mind. Therefore, one mind, be attentive, one mind with the gadget of speech is the karmendriya, the same mind with the gadget of hearing become the jnanendriya. So behind karmendriya and jnanendriya, there is only one mind. Like behind the light in the bulb and the heat in the heater, there is one electricity, not two. So where are we now heading? From the many, we have come slowly to one at a gross level, and from there we are slowly coming to the subtler level, the Madhyamavadi. This is Japa Sadhana. See, friends, you can do many experiments. It's a great fun. Spiritual practice is not a punishment. See, I was in Kumbh Mela, maybe about 15 years before or so. And staying as usual with the Gita Press facilities. And we used to have satsang there in the evening. And there used to be one old principal of Sanskrit college from Varanasi. He was also there. He was so well read and so nice. And he used to speak on Bhagavad Mahapuran. Very nice. And he asked me, I used to sit and listen. He said, do you do japa? I said, yes, sometimes I do japa. But I had not seen you doing japa. No, I said, I don't do like that. No, see, you should do like this thing. So he used to have the mala continuously in his hand. I said, I don't do like that. Then like what you do? Then I told him, I chant the Lord's name less number of times, but extend the gap between the two names more. Here, when we take the mala, we have to finish the japa. Instead of that, don't take it as a burden. Then be attentive. Then, very simple. How do we eat chocolate? Do we put the chocolate in the mouth and take a glass of water and swallow it? We put the chocolate in the mouth. It is parked in the parking lot. And we enjoy for half an hour, 20 minutes. Like that, Bhagwan's name has to be tasted. And how do we do that? Try this technique. First I will demonstrate, then you do in your mind. Don't do loudly. I will demonstrate loudly. Sri Ram. Sri Ram. Sri Ram. Sri Ram. The gap between two names we have to slowly and steadily widen. And in that gap, no other dissimilar thought should peep in. That is japa sadhana. So japa sadhana becomes meditation. When this is practice and we are convinced of this, then you will see what will be the impact. Impact will be, we move in this world, but we hardly have any urge to comment on anything. Normally what happens? Dekho, suno, bolo. And how many times we talk unwanted? This can be achieved by this technique. So, widen the gap. Like we are eating chocolate, Lord's name should be tasted. See? We are not doing anything. I am telling you again and again, meditation is not an act. It is an experience. See? Remain in this. So, what is happening when we are doing the japa with the mala, etc.? We are withdrawing from the world around and holding on to the mala. Then from the mala, we are coming back to our own speech, chanting and hearing. This is done for a period of time. We don't have to ask anybody. The mala will automatically drop. You will not be left with any regret. Today, my mala, I could not do it. Don't worry. See? Meditation is not quantified by number of hours. It is being infinite. When we quantify half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. I'll tell you in simple words what is meditation. We all have finite time at our disposal. See, we are all born to die. Not born to live, born to die. That is the only certainty of our life. So, we are born. And we have limited time at our disposal. But we all have got infinite potentiality. Because we are essentially divine. So, what is meditation? Encashing the infinite potentiality within the finite time. See? Isn't it your examinations when you study? You are given question paper and a time. Within this time you have to write everything. That will determine your potentiality. Spiritual life or meditation is a non-stop spiritual examination. Therefore, every event of our life, every action of our life, every word that we utter, everything that we enjoy becomes meditation if we learn the art of discovering bliss in action, not bliss through action. If by doing japa we become frustrated, I don't know, my Guru Maharaj told me do 21 malas, do 2 hours in the morning. See, those who do japa and become miserable, they are going the wrong way. See, learn properly. So, Vaikhari Vani, we are in the waking state. Then we migrate to the Madhyama Vani. We are now working on the mind, by the mind. From here, real meditation begins. What is the gross meditation? Sit in a particular asana. Shucho deshe pratisthapya sthiram asanam natyuchritam nati nicham chailajana kushottaram tatre kagram manakrutva na kinchita vijintayet. This is gross. Sit in a proper place, this asana, that asana, and don't move here and don't think. Then we start thinking. What next? See. Na kinchita vijintayet. Then, this is the gross way. Do it is okay, nothing wrong in that. But learn. My all emphasis in spiritual life is we have to learn. And what you learn, you never forget. What you are told, you will forget. See? Like I always play with these gadgets. I don't know anything. So I keep on doing various experiments. And when I learn something on my own, I never forget that. See? So you learn from every experience. See? Then you will learn. Mind is disturbed because we have given importance to something. See? If we give importance to punctuality, we will be disturbed always. In Mumbai, when my talk was to begin, somebody came and introduced me, who is Swamiji. You know what was the introduction? Now, relax, our Swamiji has come. I said, what kind of introduction this is? You know what he told Swamiji? I asked him afterwards. He said, Swamiji, before your lecture, there was another Swamiji. His lectures were there. Very nice, well-read, very deep thinking and understanding. But if somebody comes 1 minute late, he wanted to make a keema of it and eat. The old people have got BP problem. You know BP? Bladder pressure. So they have got a BP problem. And therefore, they will get up in between and go negotiating through the other people, go to the bathroom. And then come back. So disturbance. And eating, should I make a kachori or a samosa? So angry. He shouted at them. Now what is the reason? He was obsessed with discipline and punctuality. See? After that, this question was asked, Swamiji, when people come late, halfway they go out and they say, you don't get disturbed. Even if somebody comes late, you don't mind. Why? I said, I am very clear. Those who come on time, do you think they listen? That those who come late, they don't listen. I know nobody listens. Then why I am talking? Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. I talk to myself. You are a byproduct. You are getting a free, but addressing my mind. See? Mana sajjana bhakti panthe jizave tari shri hari pa vijeto svabhave. Jani nindate sarva sodu nidave. Jani vanyate sarva bhave karave. We are not addressing you. It is my need. Because of you, I am able to reflect. See, Adhyatma is not improving the world. Adhyatma is self-discovery. And ultimately, when the life is fulfilled, you know why there is happiness? You know that happiness is not of achievement. See? And therefore, wise people cannot have ego. Because what is the realization? The realization was, earlier I was a fool. This you come to realize. Can there be ego of that? Yaar, main bevkoof tha. You are happy. See? But you don't have ego of that. Therefore, jnana mana jahu ek ho nahi. Because what is the truth? The truth is the same thing. We all suffer because of wrong notions. And what our meditation does, helps us in negating the wrong notions without creating the new notions. In case of yoga, in case of karma, in case of upasana, we are only changing the notions. We are not transcending the notions. Yoga, earlier I was a bhogi, now I am a yogi. Earlier I used to sleep until 10 o'clock, now I get up at 9:30. I is still there. Upasana, earlier I never used to go to temple, now I go to temple. Earlier I never used to chant the Lord's name, now I chant all the time Lord's name. So that I is the problem. Meditation is a understanding by which we discover freedom from I, not freedom for I. And that can be achieved if we are no more reacting to anything in this life. Don't react. And to discover this, meditation, non-reactionary experience. And for that, learn again. So this example I give 100 times, I'll give million times. Eyes see all colors and forms. Do they react? See? Similarly, mind supports all thoughts, good and bad. Mind doesn't react. See, friends. And when this is recognized, with that recognition, we lead our life in such a manner, nobody will even suspect that we are walking the spiritual path. In Tripura Rahasya, the three types of jnanis are told. The lowest quality of jnani is like us, who talks Vedanta, teaches others, but doubt about whatever he is talking. They are the professors kind of thing. We belong to that category. Second, jnani, they are completely disidentified from their body. And for them this world appears but doesn't exist. Therefore, they will be avdhutas. Whether they have put on clothes or not, what they are eating. Have you seen any time you have heard any avdhuta is suffering from corona? They don't get affected by anything. Whatever kind of water they eat, gutter water they eat, drink, any food they eat, anywhere they sleep, nothing happens to them. because they are no more living as a body. They are jnani. The third jnani are those nobody even suspect that he is a spiritual person. All specialities are discarded. See? To understand one example, the first one, going to the temple, doing the puja and doing dan dharma and chanting the Lord's name, first devotee. Second devotee is regular discipline, reading the Ramcharitmanas, Bhagavad Gita and doing the japas. And the third one, he has nothing to talk, nothing to do, under all conditions at peace with himself. See? Therefore, meditation is withdrawal from hectic activities and struggling, coming back to your own being, and thereafter everything is done the same way, nothing has changed. But earlier we used to have efforts and tiredness. Now there are no efforts, no tiredness. Things just happen. Because now I has disappeared. Therefore meditation is that by which there is freedom from I. And wherever there is freedom from I, there is happiness. Waking experience, ego is 100%. Dream experience, ego is 50%. Deep sleep, there is no ego, 0%. Therefore we are happy. So how do we know we are walking spiritual path in the right direction? This is the sign. Are we at peace with ourselves? Are we worried all the time? Are we having fear of any kind? Nobody can tell us. Are we struggling to prove to something to somebody holier than thou? We are not like others, going to the hotels, eating non-vegetarians. So everybody knows in my society, we don't eat non-veg in hotels and all that. Then we eat at home. To whom are we cheating? Friends, we cheat ourselves the most in life. We don't cheat others. And because we cheat ourselves, it leads to an accumulation of guilt in our life. Guilt is the worst kind of thing in anybody's life. A guilty man can never be happy. He can never be open. He'll be leading life under fear. There is the guilt. And I told you what is the guilt? When knowledge is not respected in action, that creates a kind of situation in the mind that we feel guilty about it. See, I tell others that you should not become angry, and you become angry. And they are, oh, why did I become angry? Then you will feel guilty. But if you see many great Mahatmas, suddenly they will become angry and say all bad words, but they are not guilty. There was a great saint, he used to go to, during his sadhana period, he used to go to some Mahatma on the Ganges. There used to be a place, both sides Ganges following. In the center there was a land kind of thing. He used to stay there. And every day Gangaji used to give him one fish to eat, to that Mahatma. He used to eat that fish. That was his only food. And this sadhak used to go there by boat and do his seva, clean everything. Sometimes that Mahatma used to become so angry and use bad words, abuses. And he listened everything and do. And one day he asked, when the Mahatma was in a good mood kind of thing, Maharaj, why you become so angry and use bad words, abuses? No, when did I become angry? I never become angry. Then he said, have I asked you ever to come? No. Have I asked you to go away? No. In the same manner, anger comes and goes. I don't become angry. So what is the principle? Principle is, miseries are there, but you are not miserable. This principle we tell you in simple words. Experience without experiencer. If experiencer is not born, will you ever say, meditation अच्छा हुआ था, जम गया था? आइसक्रीम है क्या? जम गया. That experience which is not broken, continuous experience is meditation. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.